Dirtle Magic. Thank you for tuning in to Dirtle Magic. Please subscribe and hit that notification bell if you like the content you see here today, and leave a like and share the video with someone you might think is interested. Leaving those likes really helps us out, but another way to help us out is by using our TCG Player affiliate link below. If you're looking for singles, sealed product, or gaming accessories, please consider using our link to support the channel. We also have some playmats at inkgaming.com. Go ahead and hit the link in the description to check those out. Alright, let's grab some spells and dirtle with some magic. Hello and welcome back to Dirtle Magic. Today we're playing some more Carth the Lion. Looking at our opening hand, we do have 2 lands and a Cultivate. 1 man off. Don't know that I want to risk that though. Let's go ahead and mulligan, although that Phyrexian Arena is very tempting. New hand, bunch of lands, read the bones for a little bit more card draw. Yeah, this looks passable. I think we'll keep it. We get to go first. Let's play Command Tower and pass it off. Our commander, 2 black-green for a legendary 3/5 human warrior. When enters the battlefield, our planeswalker we control dies. Look at the top 7 cards of our library. We may reveal a planeswalker card from among them and put it into the hand. Put the rest on the bottom of the library in a random order. Planeswalker loyalty abilities we activate cost an additional +1 to activate. Was doing some changes to the deck before this game. We have around 17 planeswalkers. I'm pretty sure I traded them 1 for 1, but we'll see how things go. Our first opponent with a scrub land into play is Kaalia of the Vast. 1 red, white, black for a legendary 2/2 human cleric. Flying, when it attacks an opponent, you may put an angel, demon, or dragon creature card from your hand onto the battlefield tapped and attacking that same opponent. Can be very pub stompy in a casual game, so we'll have to wait and see. On into play for our second opponent, Empress Galina. 3 blue for a legendary 1/3 Merfolk Noble. Blue gain control of target legendary permanent. This effect lasts indefinitely. That's going to be really bad for our planeswalkers. Our last opponent with a swamp into play is King Macar the Gold Cursed. 2 black for a legendary 2/3 human noble. Inspired, whenever it becomes untapped, you may exile a target creature. If you do, create a gold token. Our turn gives us Garruk the Relentless. Let's get down a swamp and pass it off. Galina is going to be a giant pain in the butt. Kaalia is going to be super fast. King Macar, I mean, I've never faced against one. I have read some threads and seen some deck lists. Potentially problematic, but I think it's a pretty fair deck overall. Reliquary Tower and Fellwar Stone into play for Kaalia. 2 the Empress. Haven't faced one of these before, but I have faced stealing decks before. Just a land into play for them. King Macar's turn sees a land plus a Walking Atlas. Our turn gives us Pollenbright Druid. Let's play a swamp and do read the bones. Kolga the Titan Ape and a Forest. I kind of want to keep both of those on top. We will have to discard a card. What do we want to do here? Let's get rid of the Pollenbright Druid. We don't really have a lot of proliferation needs at the moment. Also, probably will take this out. In testing, it's been pretty lukewarm, so it's probably going to get the cut. Tome of Legends for Kaalia of the Vast. That's pretty good synergy. I do like that card a lot if you have a more aggressive commander. Tome of Legends being activated for them to draw a card. Land into play. That'll be Kaalia on the next turn. The Empress with the Reliquary Tower into play. Over to King Macar. So we have the Vast, the Empress, and the King. We are the Lion. I feel like I'm playing 4-player chess or something right here. We have a Survivor's Encampment into play. Yeah, that's a good way to tap down their commander. Also works great with Miri Weatherlight Duelist. Smuggler's Copter. Yeah. All those lists with all the vehicles. Undergrowth Stadium on our turn, let's get into play. And let's get down Garruk the Relentless. Since we have our commander waiting in the wings, figure we'll just do this. And let's make a wolf. And we'll pass. This planeswalker in particular, you kind of want to play without your commander because he has a flip 1 and you need him to fight his wolf. Potentially also finding the Walking Atlas is going to be much better because it leaves him at 1 loyalty, so that works out. To Kaalia's turn. Unfortunately, we're going to be too slow to interact with them. Kolga coming down the turn after Kaalia would be fantastic, but we don't have triple green on the battlefield right now, so that is somewhat problematic. We have Boros Signet coming down for Kaalia. Still potentially a Kaalia this turn. We have Idyllic Tutor. Okay, let's see what they reveal. Kaalia of the Vast is actually a deck I had way back in the day. Had Kokusho, Yosei, Ryusei in there. Kokusho was banned as a commander back then. It has obviously since been unbanned from being, it can be your commander nowadays. But yeah, the deck was a little bit too pub stompy even back then. We have a Smothering Tithe. That's never good. To the Empress's turn, land into play. Almost up to enough mana to cast her, and that's not going to be my favorite. Master Thief. When enters the battlefield, gain control of target artifact as long as you control Master Thief. They'll be taking Fellwash Stone from Kaalia. So to steal your stuff deck, that's not my favorite either. Although, it's still better than a bunch of extra turns in Eldrazi. Over to the King. We have a crew activation. It's a Smuggy Copter. Smuggy Copter off into Garruk. Yep, there's nothing we can do about that. That's unfortunate. Garruk down. Wasn't anticipating the Planeswalker hate that fast, but Planeswalkers do get people riled up a little bit. Not that I blame anyone. We have a Chaos Wand into play for King Macar. Our turn gives us a Swamp. Let's play a Forest. And let's play our Commander. And a whiff. That is a sad face. And we'll pass there. Like I said, 17 walkers in the deck. Chance is almost 1 in, what, 6 about? And that whiff just hurts so bad. Over to Kaalia's turn, we have Smothering Tithe. To the Empress, Smothering Tithe will trigger for the first time this game. Confiscation Coup. Choose target artifact or creature. You get energy, and then you pay an amount of energy equal to the permanent's mana value if you do gain control of it. So they gain control of the Chaos Wand. Well, at least they're leaving Carth alone for now. I suppose the Empress will be dealing with him. We have an attack. Master Thief off into Kaalia. Kaalia takes 2 damage there, down to 38. King Macar's turn. We have a crew to the Chopper. Let's see where it's going to go this time. Chopper is off into the Empress. Damage is good there, down to 37. Damage is good. Empress down to 37. It's King Macar the Gold Cursed into play for that player. To our turn, we get Garruk Wildspeaker. Could be good. We will not pay for the tithe. Let's play Temple. Let's play Garruk Wildspeaker. We'll untap 2 lands. That's a sad face. We'll put Carth back in the command zone. And then we'll play the Eldest Reborn. If it comes into play and triggers, each opponent will have to sacrifice a creature. Yeah, Kaalia's fine. And I imagine King Macar will stay on the battlefield as well. Yep, there goes Walking Atlas. Let's go to attacks. Can't get through on King Macar. Let's go ahead and hit Kaalia. Hard decision between them and the Empress. Damage is good. They're down to 36. Let's pass it off. Vampiric Tutor at end of turn for Kaalia. We have the Immortal Sun. Sad face. Well, that probably counters just about our entire deck. Not much we can do about that just yet. Did exchange some removal in the deck, so we'll see what we can draw. Over to the Empress. Let's see what they'll do with the turn. Still at 5 mana. They lost the Fellwash Stone thanks to the creature being sacrificed. Visions of Beyond. Chaos Wand is being activated. They get our Nature's Claim. They use it to destroy the Smothering Tithe. At the end of the turn, King Macar gets a tap down. To King Macar's turn proper, they get to exile a creature. It'll be the Frog Lizard. Hedron Archive into play for King Macar. Crew activated. Smuggler's Copter has a pilot. Let's see where it's going. I imagine Garruk again. Nope, it's off into our face. That's new and exciting. Yeah, if a little bit painful. We take 3. We're down to 35. Umbral Mantle in the second main. I was just thinking about that card. That can get King Macar to exile a lot of different creatures. Not looking forward to that. To our turn, the Eldest Reborn triggers. Each opponent discards a card. We get Garruk Primal Hunter as card drawn for turn. We have Black Sun Zenith discarded, Govern the Guildless discarded, and Terror of the Peaks discarded. Wonder what Kaalia kept? Let's play a Swamp. Only a little worried. Nothing else on my mind here. Let's get down Kolga the Titan Ape. Sorry, Kogla. I never say that right. And we'll fight the King Macar. Let's go to attacks. We'll attack into the King Macar. They have not been touched yet. 2 damage. It's good, and let's pass it off. Unfortunately, unable to activate our Planeswalker. To Kaalia's turn, the Immortal Sun will trigger for the first time this game. They get to draw 1 additional card. Winds of Abandon, Exile, and Kolga. That's really unfortunate. We do get a land for it, though. Let's get a Forest. Sword of Feast and Famine coming down. That's unfortunate. Kaalia of the Vast coming down for that player. Tome of Legends will trigger. Sword of Feast and Famine is being equipped. Promise of Tomorrow coming down as well. Over to the Empress's turn, we have Treasure Cruise with a number of exiled cards. They draw 3. They tap it down and pass it off over to the King. 1 card in hand so far. We'll have 2 after the draw. There we go. Wonder what they will do with the turn. Kaalia, a thorn in my side at the moment. The Empress Galina, though, 7 cards in hand, just seeming not to get lands. So Ul's still potentially dangerous. Still don't know about the king. It seems like they're kind of petering out, but we'll see. Black does have some pretty good card draw. Atherworks, Marvel. Okay. To our turn, we get to recurrent something. Let's get Terror of the Peaks. Nice. I do love me some Terror of the Peaks action. Let's play a Rex Age. I suppose we'll damage Kaalia. Can't target Kaalia herself yet. So we have a choice here. Destroy the Feast and Famine or destroy the Immortal Sun. Let's destroy the Sword of Feast and Famine. Terror of the Peaks triggers, that's fine. Let's go ahead and resummon our commander. Carth the Lion to the stack. Hopefully we don't whiff this time. And we'll take down Kaalia. Their creature control dies. They may exile it. If they do, Promise of Tomorrow will bring it back. They do exile it under Promise of Tomorrow. We get Garruk Apex Predator or Ob Nixilis of the Black Oath. I think Garruk will probably get us to where we need to go more often than not. Ob Nixilis could help us close out the game sooner, I think. I think we'll get Ob Nixilis. Alright, let's go to attacks. And we'll attack Kaalia. 2 damage is good. They're down to 34. Let's pass it off. End of turn, Promise of Tomorrow will trigger. Kaalia will come back to the battlefield. Tome of Legends will trigger. Soul Ring coming down for Kaalia. Tome of Legends being activated so Kaalia can draw a card. Land into play. We have Scourge of the Throne. Flying Dethrone. Luckily, not haste. Kaalia on the attack. It's off into our face. Sadness. Tome of Legends triggers yet again, and they'll be able to put something from their hand onto the battlefield as long as it's a dragon, angel, or demon. Let's see what it is. It's a Balefire Dragon. When it deals combat damage to a player, it deals that much damage to each creature that player controls. That's a sadness. What do we want to do about that? I think we are going to block Kaalia anyway. Our creatures will get wiped out, which is a sad face. But slowing down Kaalia will be optimal, especially if we can get rid of any more advantage they have. We do have Feed the Serpent in hand, so it's not terrible. Kaalia gets blocked, goes to the graveyard. Probably go back to the command zone. Balefire Dragon, there she goes. We'll deal 7 damage to the rest of our creatures. We're down to 28. We'll put Carth back in the command zone. Empress's turn, they did get Haxian Probe on us. Okay. They cast Control Magic, enchanting the Balefire Dragon. And Kaalia quits the game. Okay. Well, our Planeswalkers are unlocked, so that's nice, I suppose. At the end of turn, King Macar is sacrificing the Hedron Archive. They get to draw 2 cards. Atherworks, Marvel will also trigger, giving them 1 energy. Kind of feeling left out. Now both of our opponents that remain have energy and we don't have any. Need some energy up in here. Over to King Macar's turn proper. 3 cards in hand. They have Spine of Ish-Sha. What will they destroy? I imagine it'll be Garruk. Oh no, it's actually the Chaos Wand. Alright, I can live with that. To our turn, we get Sandworm Convergence. That could be really good later. Okay, let's go ahead and get down Ob Nixilis of the Black Oath. We'll untap 2 lands with Garruk. And play Garruk Primal Hunter. Let's make a demon. And we'll make a beast token. Nothing else to do, so let's pass it off. To the Empress's turn, 8 cards in hand after the draw. Still only at 5 mana though. Dig through time. Look at the top 7 cards, put 2 of them into your hand, the rest on bottom of your library in any order. They did delve the rest of their graveyard away. And unfortunately, we don't get to look at the cards. Island into play for the Empress. Good on them, about time. Sucks they weren't getting lands though. Over to the King. 3 cards in hand after the draw. Let's see, 7, 8 mana. They could resummon their commander and tap it down, going to exile our big flyer. That would be somewhat problematic. We have Manifold Key. Untap another target artifact. Target creature can't be blocked this turn. We have King Macar coming down. I imagine Copter getting crewed, them swinging into Ob Nixilis. They are crewing the Copter. Did just think they would have to get through the demon first, though. Copter on the attack. It's off into Ob Nixilis. Copter triggers. They may draw a card if they do discard a card. And we'll block with the demon. I don't see any reason we can't. So I am somewhat suspicious. Block with the demon. Copter down. Atherworks Marvel triggers. We get Vraska Relic Seeker on the turn. Cool. Let's go ahead and cast her. And then we'll use Garruk to untap 2 lands. We will -3 to destroy King Macar. Drain each of our opponents for 1 each. And then we'll cast Confront the Past and get back Garruk Relentless. We'll make a wolf token. And then we'll draw 5 cards. Let's play Bog. Exile Macar's graveyard. And go to attacks. Attack into the Empress with both. Damage is good. They're down to 26. Let's pass it off. To the Empress's turn, 1 more land and a Cyclonic Rift would not be the best ever. There's Tectonic Edge. I wonder if they'll destroy Temple of the False God. See Healy's Artistry, they're going to copy our demon and the Spine of Ish-Sha. There goes one of our Planeswalkers anyway. Celia's Artistry is a nice card. I do like it a lot. They're going to get rid of the Primal Hunter. That stinks. Did like the card draw there. Although his ultimate can be pretty overwhelming. That was it for the Empress. Over to the King Macar player. They'll have 3 cards in hand after the draw again. And they still have possibly up to 8 mana. So let's see what they do with it. Their commander alone now costs 8, just like ours. I think for our next turn, we will probably summon our commander, get rid of that demon, and keep wailing into the Empress player. Ambitions cost, draw 3 cards, and lose 3 life for the King Macar player. Afterworks Marvel triggered. Then we have Promise of Power, draw 5 cards, and you lose 5 life. Okay, so King Macar playing a lot of bleeding card draw. Wonder if they got anything good out of it. I would assume they did. To the cleanup step, they will have to discard 1 card. Let's see what it is. It's always interesting to watch the discards to see what they kept. So let's see. It is Sword of the Perons. And on our turn, we get a land. Not terribly helpful. Carth the Line to the stack and to the battlefield. Let's see if we get a Planeswalker. Oh, another whiff. Oh, that's sadness. Let's go ahead and get rid of that demon over there. We get a treasure. Let's have Garrick fight the wolf. Wolf dies, Garrick flips over. Fortunately, can't use him until the next turn. We'll make a beast token with the other Garrick, and we'll make another demon. Let's go to attacks. Both again into the Empress. Damage is good, they're down to 18, let's pass it off. Have mana up for Feed the Serpent, just in case. Blatant Fury. For each opponent, gain control of a permanent they control. They're going to take our Ob Nixilis. That's a sad face. Ob Nixilis dies. Unfortunately, doesn't trigger Carth since we didn't control him. They get another demon again. Over to King Macar. They'll have 8 cards in hand after the draw step. A lot of drawing last turn took a lot of their life total down to 29. But that's still pretty healthy considering the state of things. Soul Ring coming down. I'm going to hope it's not in Garrick's wake. That would kinda suck. They're using the key to untap Soul Ring to get 1 extra mana out of it. Read the bones. They scry 2, draw 2 cards, and lose 2 more life. We have Crypt Gas coming down for the King Macar player. Their swamps will add an additional black. So now they potentially have 6 mana remaining. They also have Extort, which is worrisome. Clock of Omens. Okay. Disciple of the Vault. That is a combo piece for certain combos. Okay. Have to keep an eye on that. Is extorted again. We are down to 25. The Empress player down to 15. The King Macar player back up to 29. Okay. At the end step, let's go ahead and get rid of the demon over there. Oh, we have a trigger from Disciple. We'll take another life lost. That's unfortunate. Feed the Serpent. We'll feed it a demon. To our turn, we get Sylvan Library. Could be potentially really good. I am worried about which player to go after. Forest into play. The Empress Galina could easily be running Reigns of Power. The Black player could wipe the board and we'd have to reset everything with them having Clock of Omens to keep them a little bit ahead. So this is not my favorite kind of decision to make here. Let's create a pirate. Let's go ahead and get down the Sylvan Library. And let's get down the Sandworm Convergence. Should be okay, I'm pretty sure. So we could give our creatures 5/5 and trample. Still wouldn't be enough to necessarily kill people though. Let's go ahead and do it though. Get them pretty close anyway. Carth will trigger. We get Ugin the Spirit Dragon. And we'll give our guys 3/3 and trample again. Let's go to attacks. And King Macar quits the game. Let's reset our attacking creatures. And just attack all, I guess. Actually, we'll just do those. We'll hold some back. You never know what happens. And there it is. Let's go ahead and give it to the Empress player for sticking into the game. They had 5 lands forever, and we're still trying to play it through, so I really appreciate that. And there it is. We get the most votes. Also, our vote off into the Empress player. Nice. Let's go ahead and take a look at the deck. Okay, here's the deck. Made a few changes. I wanted to get in some more removal, especially mass removal against creatures. Played a lot of games where tokens just overwhelmed us pretty much. So I did add things like Massacre Girl because we can recur it with some of our abilities and things. Plus she's just really good and has menace on her own. So our creatures dying, if everyone's are dying, isn't necessarily an issue in this deck. Also add in Garrick's Wake against enemy planeswalkers and creatures. Does cost 9, but still a pretty good removal spell. Windgrace's Judgment as well. This one I go back and forth on. I haven't gotten to test it yet. It can potentially be very good, but I'm going to wait and see here. Add Noxious Gearhulk as well for a little bit more life gain and a little bit more evasion. Did try to add to the creature count in this deck because our tokens really don't do too much from our planeswalkers. So it's gone up from 9 creatures to 13, seeing how it goes. Also add Deadly Tempest so we can drain our opponents if they do want to go with a token strategy and we get the opportunity. took out Life's Finale because giving people creatures into their graveyards, not the best ever, so trade that out 1 for 1. Add in Ravenous Chupacabra, more targeted removal. Rex Sage over Crozen Grip so we can have another creature body on the battlefield. Wall Blossoms for an early defender just so we can have it, plus it replaces itself, so still testing this one out, don't know if I'm going to keep it. Force of Despair is something I am toying with, haven't gotten to test it yet. Figure if somebody just goes bunches of tokens and tries to swarm, we just drop this and all the tokens die. So, for those explosive turns. Otherwise, we also have Maelstrom Pulse at sorcery speed to deal with a bunch of tokens, or just a problematic non-land permanent, so that also works out there. Here's the deck so far. Curve is getting a little bubbly. The land base seems to be pretty okay though. We are able to cast our stuff in a usually reliable fashion. Don't know if I'll make too many changes to the deck for the third game. Anyway, if you saw anything you want to purchase for yourself, sealed proct, or sleeves and accessories to protect all of that glory, please consider using the TCG Player affiliate link in the description below. It helps out the channel and doesn't cost you anything extra. Okay, on to the last game for Carth the Lion. Hopefully it will be out sooner than this game, I do apologize. In either case, I hope you enjoyed the game, so until the next one, stay safe out there.